So part of what we're doing through the practice is we're resetting our systems. It's a process of what we could call energetic cleanliness. So particularly if we live around other people, we live in an urban environment, we watch social media or the news, or we're continuously bombarded with information, with, stuff that has an energetic component to it. And our systems are kind of like sponges. We soak stuff up, we take stuff on, we hold on to stuff. And, like making a stew, and if you put something else in the stew, it's going to taste a different way. If you put something else in, it'll taste a different way. And we're really not that dissimilar. So really we tend to end up carrying around a lot of stuff that is not ours to carry around. It just gets kind of attached to our system. So this practice of sitting is a way of beginning to begin again, to clear the system, to come back to neutral, so that we can move forward into the day from that clearer, more present perspective. Yeah. So we close our eyes, we sit tall, relax the body, the belly, the shoulders, the jaw, the forehead, and we begin to become aware of our breath. So we're going to run that spiral of white light. We've done this already. We're going to run a spiral of white light through the energy system. So we work with the 7 chakras. And these are all points in the body of accumulated energetics. They're like hubs, little brains, if you will. They have, we're going to use basically the 4 pathways in and out of them. So they have a pathway to the front, to the back, to the left and to the right. And we're going to imagine a spiral of white light. So maybe if you think of something the size of a lemon, let's say, that kind of a shape, and you're trying to imagine this white, brilliant white light spiraling, spinning around as we move it through the body. If it's difficult for you to do, you just do your best. And as you practice this, or if you continue to practice it, it's a muscle. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. So in the beginning, if it's frustrating, just give yourself permission to not get it right. When you notice that the image is dissolving or you're struggling to hold on to it, really pause and really see, can you focus the awareness? Okay? So we're sitting, the eyes are closed, and I want you to imagine a spiral of white light above the crown of your head. And as we move this through the body, it clears out a lot of the stuff that we have, taken on in our system. It just, again, neutralizes us, brings us back to baseline. So you imagine that spiral of white light, and as you inhale, I want you to breathe it halfway into the crown of the head. So a little bit sticking out, little bits inside. And then as you exhale, I want you to send it forward. And again, it's coming out at the top of the head in front of you, halfway out, halfway in. And then inhale, breathe it back in. And exhale, breathe it out behind you. Same thing, you're trying to imagine this brilliant white light spiraling. Inhale, breathe it in. Exhaling it to the left. Inhale, breathe it in. Exhaling it to the right. Inhale, breathe it in and down behind the eyebrows, so right under the brain. Imagining that white light in there spinning, and as you exhale, send it forward between your eyebrows. Inhale, breathe it back in. Exhale, send it out behind you. Inhale, breathe it back in. Exhale to the left. Inhale, breathe it in. Exhaling it to the right. Inhale, breathe it in all the way down into the throat, illuminating the interior of your throat. And as you exhale, send it forward. Inhale, breathe it in. Exhaling it behind you, back of the throat. Inhale, breathe it in. Exhaling to the left. Inhale, breathe it in. Exhaling to the right. Inhale, breathe it in all the way down into the center of the chest. Spinning white light. And as you exhale, send it forward. Inhale, bring it in, breathe it in. Exhaling it out the back of the heart. Inhale, breathe it in. Exhaling to the left. Inhale, breathe it in. Exhaling it to the right. Inhale, breathe it in all the way down to the solar plexus, base of the rib cage, diaphragm area. Imagine it there spinning. As you exhale, send it forward. Inhale, breathe it in. Exhaling at the back. Inhale, breathe it back in. Exhaling to the left. Inhale, breathe it in. Exhaling to the right. Inhale, breathe it in, down into what we call the second chakra, finger distance below the navel. Spinning white light. As you exhale, send it forward. Inhale, breathe it back in. Exhaling, send it out the back. Inhale, breathe it in. Exhaling out the left. Inhale, breathe it in. Exhaling out the right. Inhale, breathe it back in all the way down to the pelvic floor, illuminating that space. And as you exhale, send it forward. Inhale, breathe it in. Exhaling it out the back. Inhale, breathe it back in. Exhaling it out the left side. Inhale, breathe it back in. Exhaling it out the right side. Inhale, breathe it back into the pelvic floor. Let the image dissolve. Stay with your breath. So particularly with the phoneticness of the world that we live in, it's so important to have practices, to have ways of clearing our system out. of cleaning out the debris. That so much stuff gets attached to us. You know, we're just in such a busy world. There's so much information, so much noise coming at us all the time, that to have a way of just clearing the system out, coming back to the quieter internal space, that this is more important now than ever for us, to really begin to learn how to regulate ourselves, to regulate our nervous systems, to support ourselves, to care for ourselves. In the same way that you care for the physical body by doing physical exercise, you care for the nervous system, you care for the mind, you care for the heart, you care for the internal system, the energetic system, by doing work that helps you drop into a deeper place, to come back to a clearer, centered place within yourself. Stay with your breath. Give yourself a few more minutes here.